What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dark Horse Rowing. So, you've got to teach an entire group of people how to use the rowing machine, and you've never actually rowed yourself. Understandably, that's a daunting task, but we've got you covered. Today, we've got the top 10 tips for you to use if you're going to be teaching a group class how to use the rowing machine and how to do it quickly and efficiently. DJ, roll that intro. So I just love coaching. On top of like coaching people, I love coaching coaches. I like being the coach's coach. I like the profession of coaching and coaching those who want to coach better. I know that's redundant. I'm okay with that. So yeah, it's redundant, but it's honestly the truth. I actually love the profession of coaching, and it's something that's extremely important and near and dear to my heart. Quick aside, if you are a trainer yourself and you want to get it better at teaching this machine to your gym, to your members, and to your athletes, I would encourage you to head on over to our website, darkhorserowing.com/trainer, where you're going to be able to sign up for our wait list for our twice annual opening of our trainer's course for the Concept 2 machine, where you can become a certified coach and find an entire community of coaches who are like-minded and are going to be able to help you through your process. All right, I'll stop being so sappy and let's just get on with the top 10 things that you need to know as a trainer when you are teaching the rower to a whole bunch of people and you may have no idea what you are talking about. Number 1, nobody cares about rowing.
Nobody cares! Nobody cares!
Wah wah. Seriously though, while you may care and while you guys are here watching, which means that inherently you have some interest in this, a lot of the people that come to the gym on a daily basis it's not a passion for them. It's simply a thing that sits in the corner of the gym and gets used to make their workouts miserable and make life hard for them. So just go into it keeping that in mind. They may not care, and you don't necessarily have to change their mind about how they view the machine, but if you can do an excellent job of just making the machine seem a little bit more accessible, you may find that they do begin to enjoy it more instead of fighting you or hating the machine like a lot of people in the fitness community do. People think that rowing is either kayaking or like paddle boating, the big wooden boats, where you do this.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream.
Or this. And you're gonna have to deal with that because what that means is that it creates people's perceived movement pattern of what the movement is, which is why we get so many people that want to pull on the handles because they're thinking of a paddle boat where your butt is fixed, your legs don't do anything, and you sit there and just paddle over and over. That's why when somebody says, "Oh, you're a rower," they go, "Oh, you're a rower," because they're thinking of paddle boating, not rowing. Yeah, that's what we're up against. So you have to keep that in mind because when you go to explain the movement, understand that that is, for a lot of people, the main perception that they have of how to move on this machine. If you can clear that out of the way, you're on a really good start. Number 3, when your clients have a handle in their hands, it is like they're wearing earmuffs or earplugs. Honestly, I cannot emphasize this enough. That handle is a demon tool sent to make your clients not listen to a word you have to say as a coach. Something about putting it in their hands. We just stop listening when we have the handle in our hands. So, whenever you're going to be working or coaching a group class, ensure, I can't emphasize this enough, have them put the handles down before you start talking about the movement, because the instant the handle is in their hands, they are not hearing a word you say. Number 4, remove the word pull from your dictionary and instead start talking about pushing. There's a reason we put it on a shirt. Push, don't pull. Back to the idea where people are thinking about paddle boating, I guess. Paddle boating makes people think pull, like I have to pull with my arms on the handle. But that's the biggest mistake that we see. If you can get people to push, more often than not, they're thinking about pushing with their legs. So if you can institute the verbiage of push and eliminate the word pull from your vocabulary as a coach, you're going to have a lot better impact, because what you'll notice is that you can make a paradigm shift in somebody's brain about the way that they move without even having to give them a drill. Instead, you can just change the way that they perceive the movement, and that's a huge advantage to you as a coach. Number 5, it takes 10 times longer to explain a drill than you think it's going to. I still run into this. I'm like, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. I'm gonna run the pick drill, I'm gonna run the pause drills, I'm gonna run counting drills.
No, we've got this card, and we got this card, and we got this card.
And I start to run the first drill, and before I know it, I am 15 minutes into a session, and I still haven't even gotten the class moving. So make sure you keep that in mind. It's going to take a while to get a single drill implemented across 20 people that may be using 10 machines. You have to get them understanding it, knowing what they're going to do, get them on, have them do it, be able to coach them, and. It takes forever to implement a drill, so just go into that with eyes wide open, knowing that any drill you want to institute is going to take longer than you anticipate. Number 6. Everyone wants to know what damper setting to use. Just watch this video, just right over here. Gonna link to it right now. Gonna save you all that headache. Number 7, and I alluded to this a little bit earlier, but you can run multiple people on multiple machines, as in you can have more than one person per machine when you have a large class. We push ourselves to the maximum. You could run up to 3 or 4 people per machine. You just have to be creative as a coach. Now, there are a lot of ways to spin that, but it is absolutely possible to run a group class and an actual warm-up coaching session or a drill with 4 people per machine. It's totally doable. Trust me, I've done it. Get creative. Number 8. Nobody's gonna clean those machines unless you make it a part of your daily class. And trust me, these machines need regular cleaning. They don't need regular maintenance, but do wipe down the slide, clean the seat, clean the handles, and just keep them generally dust-free. But you have to train your class or your clients to do that. So begin to institute that as a daily part of your practice. Whenever the machines are used, get your clients to leave them cleaner than they found them, and the lifespan on these things will be a whole lot longer, and not to mention it's gonna be less maintenance for you to do in the long run. Number 9, get sneaky with your drills. What do I mean by that? Well, don't tell them that you're gonna drill them. A lot of people, as soon as they hear that they're drilling or practicing rowing, they're not as interested as they could be. So instead, if you institute a drill as a warm-up, you'll find that you have much better adoption with your athletes. If you simply say, we're warming up on the rower today, here's how that warm-up is gonna run, it goes a whole lot better than when you say, today we're gonna learn how to row and I'm gonna teach you a rowing drill. Nobody cares. Remember number 1? Nobody cares. Go back to that, and if you sneakily bring drills into their warm-up, you'll find that adoption rates go way up and people can be a lot more perceptive to learning the movement. And number 10, and honestly I think this may be one of the most important points, so I'm glad you hung around. I hope you did hang around. For those of you that booted out, you're gonna be sad you missed this one. Number 10 is that it's not about rowing, it's about good movement. Honestly, at the end of the day, and this is extremely important for you to keep in mind and for me to keep in mind when I'm making these videos, at the end of the day, I don't care if somebody loves or hates rowing, and it's not my job to try and convince them otherwise. It's my job as a coaching professional to try and help somebody get a great workout, have fun, and try to achieve their fitness goals, whatever those may be. Now, is rowing a tool to help get there? Sure. But is it about the rowing? Not really. It's about good movement. And you as a coach can really help your clients if you keep that in mind. It is about good movement. Be about it, okay? If you go in trying to say, well, I'm gonna teach you how to row, again, you get pushback. Avoid the pushback. Bring down the barriers to entry. Help people understand that this is just good movement, and you will reduce people's ability to argue with or have a desire to approach this training tool. Because when it's about good movement, it's just like anything else that we do in the gym. It's for their benefit. If it's about rowing, it's for you to try and relay that there needs to be a desire for that thing, and frankly, that just is not the case. And what else I've found, let me just add this to it. I have found a lot more people find a love for rowing when I'm not trying to make it about rowing. And that's because you let somebody find their own path to enjoyment on this machine or on the water or in a boat, whatever it may be. You let them find their own path. And people become a lot more open to the idea when we simply start the conversation with, it's about good movement. That's it, that's all 10. There's no bonus. I bet you thought I was gonna throw a bonus one in there. Not going to, I swear. 0 bonuses offered, you just get 10. Not a single, no more, you don't get an 11th. Like, you know, if there were an 11th, I would say, you know, be the expert to your class, and know that you can do a great job of coaching them. But I'm not going to say that. There is no bonus 11th tip. So for those of you that hung around, that's it, you only get 10. You definitely don't get the 11th. Be the expert, trust in your own abilities, and know that you can have an incredible impact on the people that are standing in front of you. That's it, no more. And that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another fantastic episode with me. I love you all, especially the coaches. Thank you for being here. Go spread the amazing message and good word. And guys, if you really love this video, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you really loved it, you just, right here in the feels, hit that little bell next to the subscribe button, because that's going to alert you every time we come out with a new video. And as always, we will see you on the other side. Scratch that, start that over.